The Bloodline's Jacob Fatu on WWE SmackDown loves to pay his respect to Solo Sikoa religiously. Recently, the former tag team champion acknowledged Bronson Reed's message, who was recently added to their team for the upcoming War Games match. Earlier this year, Jacob Fatu made a monstrous debut in the Stanford-based promotion and eventually took on the role of Sikoa's enforcer and decimated 3 top stars on Friday Night SmackDown. He quickly gained momentum, adding brute force to Sikoa's faction. Earlier this month, Bronson Reed decided to join Solo Sikoa and his team, becoming the 5th member of their War Games squad heading into WWE Survivor Series. Lately, Reed has been uploading social media posts with Jacob Fatu and praising the new tribal chief as well. Today, Fatu acknowledged Reed's message on X, Twitter, where the former NXT North American champion hyped up the duo of himself and the Samoan Werewolf. While there's no official confirmation on whether Bronson Reed has officially joined the Bloodline, it looks like there's a possibility he might stay with the faction even after WWE Survivor Series in Canada. Earlier this month, the OG Bloodline was dwindling against Solo Sikoa's faction, when Sami Zayn decided to reunite with the Usos and Roman Reigns. However, the new tribal chief had a plan heading into the event in Canada. A few weeks ago, the Bloodline called out the original group, which led to an all-out brawl. During this segment, Bronson Reed made his presence felt and joined the villainous faction squad. The Oscilla teamed up with the Samoan Werewolf, and the two decimated the original tribal chief in the middle of the ring. On the recent edition of Friday Night SmackDown, CM Punk appeared and became the 5th member of the OG Bloodline's team for War Games. It will be interesting to see which team will score the win in Canada and gain supremacy in the Bloodline saga. The Bloodline saga in WWE continues to evolve as Jacob Fatu, an esteemed member of the Anoa'i wrestling dynasty, makes waves with his recent acknowledgement of a top WWE star's message. However, surprisingly, the individual he acknowledged isn't Solo Sikoa, despite the latter's growing prominence within the Bloodline storyline. Instead, Fatu's attention has shifted toward another prominent figure in WWE. This revelation sparks intrigue about how Jacob Fatu might influence the narrative and the Bloodline's internal dynamics. Let's dive into the significance of this acknowledgement and its implications for the faction and WWE's broader storylines. Jacob Fatu, though primarily known for his dominance outside WWE in promotions like MLW, Major League Wrestling, has long been viewed as a potential addition to WWE's roster. His connection to the Bloodline has fueled speculation about his eventual involvement in the faction's storyline. As a fierce competitor with an intimidating in-ring presence, Fatu embodies the same imposing aura that fans associate with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. His physicality and unyielding persona make him a natural fit for the Bloodline, should WWE decide to integrate him into their programming. Recently, Jacob Fatu's interactions on social media and in interviews have hinted at his thoughts on the Bloodline's internal struggles. While Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and the Usos remain the central figures in the faction, Jacob Fatu's acknowledgement of a WWE star outside these names could suggest potential alliances or rivalries on the horizon. The message Jacob Fatu acknowledged reportedly came from a WWE star who has been vocal about their respect for the Bloodline's influence on modern wrestling. While details remain somewhat veiled, fans speculate that the individual could be none other than Kevin Owens. Owens, known for his outspoken personality and fearless demeanor, has had a complicated relationship with the Bloodline. After being involved in heated rivalries with Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, Owens has repeatedly expressed disdain for the faction's underhanded tactics. However, his respect for their dominance and cultural representation in WWE is undeniable. Jacob Fatu's acknowledgement of Owens' words adds an unexpected layer to the ongoing story. It suggests that Fatu might appreciate Owens' authenticity and willingness to challenge the Bloodline's authority, a sentiment that could foreshadow future interactions between the two. Interestingly, Jacob Fatu's focus on a star other than Solo Sikoa raises questions about the latter's role within the Bloodline. Solo, often positioned as Roman Reigns' enforcer and a silent powerhouse, has been increasingly seen as a potential successor to the tribal chief mantle. With Jacob Fatu now seemingly engaging with figures outside the Bloodline's immediate circle, it could signal a shift in loyalty or a challenge to Solo Sikoa's growing prominence. Some fans speculate that Jacob Fatu might align himself with a rival faction or even form his own group, aiming to dismantle the Bloodline's control from within. Alternatively, this acknowledgement could set the stage for a showdown between Solo and Fatu, pitting two fierce competitors against each other in a battle for supremacy within the W.W.E dynasty. Kevin Owens' history with the Bloodline makes him a fascinating figure in this storyline. From his high-stakes matches against Roman Reigns to his alliance and eventual fallout with Sami Zayn, Owens has been deeply intertwined with the Bloodline's narrative. If Jacob Fatu's acknowledgement of Owens leads to a collaboration or even mutual respect, it could drastically alter the power dynamics within W.W.E. Owens' rebellious nature and Jacob Fatu's unrelenting aggression would make for a formidable pairing, one capable of challenging the Bloodline's authority. Such a development could also add depth to Owens' character, showcasing a rare moment of mutual understanding between him and a member of the W.W.E family. This unlikely alliance could further blur the lines between friend and foe in WWE's ever-evolving landscape. The Bloodline storyline has thrived on its ability to surprise fans with unexpected twists and emotional depth. Jacob Fatu's acknowledgement of a top WWE star outside the faction adds yet another layer of intrigue to the narrative. Whether this leads to Jacob Fatu joining forces with Kevin Owens, challenging Solo Sikoa, or carving his own path, the possibilities are endless. His involvement could also reignite tensions within the Bloodline, as members question their alliances and motivations. Moreover, this development could open the door for other wrestlers to interact with the Bloodline in meaningful ways, further enriching WWE's storytelling. As the faction continues to dominate WWE programming, the addition of Jacob Fatu and his acknowledgement of stars like Kevin Owens ensures that the storyline remains fresh and compelling. Unsurprisingly, fans have taken to social media to share their excitement and theories about Jacob Fatu's potential role in WWE. Many are eager to see how his acknowledgement of a top star might influence the Bloodline's dynamics. Some fans believe Fatu's actions hint at an impending feud with Solo Sikoa, while others speculate that he might align himself with Roman Reigns to strengthen the tribal chief's position. Still, others are hopeful for a partnership between Jacob Fatu and Kevin Owens, envisioning the two as an unstoppable force against the Bloodline. Regardless of the outcome, Jacob Fatu's acknowledgement of a top WWE star underscores the complexity and richness of WWE's storytelling. As the W.W.E dynasty's legacy continues to unfold, fans can expect more twists, turns, and unforgettable moments. Jacob Fatu's acknowledgement of a top WWE star's message marks a significant moment in the Bloodline saga. By shifting his focus away from Solo Sikoa and toward figures like Kevin Owens, Fatu has introduced new possibilities for WWE's storytelling. Whether this leads to alliances, rivalries, or unexpected partnerships, one thing is certain: the Bloodline storyline is far from over. With Jacob Fatu potentially stepping into the WWE spotlight, the future looks brighter and more unpredictable than ever. Fans eagerly await the next chapter in this gripping tale, knowing that anything can happen when the Bloodline is involved.